Peace and greetings. Presenting the Network of Awareness podcast radio station, providing in-depth information on society and culture in America and abroad, bringing you truth messages of inspiration, keen insight, reputable interviews, and so much more. So now, for the truth you've been waiting for, your host of the Network of Awareness podcast, ORRA, the informationalist.
Peace and greetings, people. This is ORRA the Informationalist, and I'm coming to you on this wonderful, beautiful Monday, which is October 3rd, and this is a pre-recorded episode that you're listening to from the Network of Awareness. And we had a great show this past weekend with Billy Izzy for the Narcissism series, and that series will continue throughout the month, and we'll have another episode tomorrow with a guest, and I'm going to keep that guest a secret until tomorrow, and it's going to be called Detoxing from the Toxic, which is a very hard thing to do when the toxic has had an influence on you. But today's episode is going to be in regards to the inhumane world. We live in an inhumane world, people. People don't have any empathy anymore, and you're seeing it so much. I'm not saying it's everybody, but it's a large population of the world, especially here in the United Shenanigans of America, because in my particular experiences in the last several months, it's been a tumultuous experience in the sense that I've seen a lot of ugliness in people that claim to be spiritual, people that read their scriptures every day, supposedly, but yet their actions don't reflect what they're actually reading in the word. They're not living the word. They're not living the principles that the Messiah left for them to live. And this is people in the Israelite world. This is people in the Christianity, people in Islam, all different sects, all people that claim to be righteous and spiritual. You know, I know that many of you that listen to me, some of you may not know some of these platforms, some of you may, but you know, it's crazy how you show people so much love and support, and then they wind up gaslighting you tribally. I didn't even know that there were such things as tribal gaslighting. But when the Realist and the Visionary podcast started tribal gaslighting me, I was very disgusted. You know, and I can understand that if you want to talk about certain things, you know, let them be truthful. You know, that guest that they brought on, that's something they had to talk about, a particular individual that has a history. But to bring me in it with no validation for anything, it just didn't make sense to me. But then again, it did, because I got to give a strong shout out to Brother Hash, because something he said to me over the weekend, where he says there's so many people that have so much knowledge from scriptures, and they can speak that knowledge, just like how I used to see pastors growing up in the Bronx that knew the word so well and had so much knowledge, but they had no charity. They had very little empathy. And without charity, it's like, are you really living a life that's dedicated to the Most High? And I say not. And it's just interesting how people that are associated with this other man's platform in some way, shape, or form are very lost. They're very delusional from this truth, and it shows in their actions. And that tribal gaslighting was disgusting to me. But at the end of the day, it's a reflection of who these people are. And none of these people can say I did anything wrong to them, but yet they can speak lies about me that are really going to go nowhere, and it's only going to hurt themselves. And one of the funny things I thought, what I heard when they were doing this was that they would say, and I'm only bringing this out, people, because I've been holding back from talking about it, but now it's time. I've had the time to get this, you know, whatever toxicity I had in my life, I had time to get it out, and I did. So now it's time to heal, move forward, and live this word, live and be true to the Most High, as I have been, but even be more diligent in pursuing that truth and living an upright, righteous lifestyle. And I say all praise to the Most High for that. And I'm so grateful that the Most High has brought these people into my life to teach me certain things, because even though I'm a charitable person, doesn't necessarily mean that others are going to be charitable with me. And just like the Messiah was very charitable, a lot of people couldn't appreciate it, and they still turned on him, and they pretty much, you know, did him dirty. So it doesn't surprise me that these platforms of people that swear they're spiritual, swear they know this word, are behaving in this manner. But it makes sense, because a lot of these people from these platforms, like the Realist and the Visionary, and like that man, Mr. Cortez, and all these other people, people, they base their truth off of color, off of complexion. Their truth is in the complexion, in the physicality of man. And I've seen that more and more. And let's not get it twisted. A lot of what the scriptures talks about the Hebrews and about the chosen people is based on truth. But don't get it twisted, people. We're all the children of the Most High. Every single one of us on this planet. And the reality is that even when a parent has a favorite, that doesn't neglect the fact that they still love all their children. Most of the time, the reason why they have a favorite child is because they have more of a connection to that child personally, or there's certain attributes that child has that they connect to as a parent. But it doesn't mean that that parent loves their children any less, their other children, that they may not have that extra little connection to that they like. Just remember that, people, because a lot of these people that think they're chosen, they're not fucking chosen whatsoever. They're so far away from the Most High, and it shows in their action. And when I see people operating in this manner in which, that I showed a lot of support to and never disrespected, it just blows my mind. But at the same time, the Messiah went through far worse than I can ever go through so that I can live this life that I'm living now. So all praise to the Most High for that. And enough about these whack ass people that are literally hurting themselves and cursing themselves with their own tongue. And yet they swear they're in this truth. The reason why I want to do this episode today is because I was watching a documentary that I had seen a prior one in regards to this. It's about the Watts family in Colorado. And it's about the Mr. Watts, the father, who was basically having an affair behind his wife's back. And because he was having this affair, he got so drawn in to the woman that he was with that he literally, because he wanted to be with her so bad, instead of just divorcing his wife and moving on with his life if he was that unhappy, this man is disgusting, man. And I'm telling you, like, I don't wish ill will against most people, but this dude, he definitely deserves to suffer in prison for life, as he will. But this man decided to kill his wife, put his wife's dead body in the car, take his two little girls. Mind you, his wife was pregnant, okay, with their son, took his dead pregnant wife's body into the vehicle, then woke up his two little girls, which I believe were the ages of like 2 and 4 in that vicinity. I would say between the age of 2 to 5, took his little girls, his precious little girls, into the car while they were awake and drove them to some, I don't know what it's called, but it's like some containments out in the desert or out in this field, and then literally killed one daughter, had the other daughter watch that, and then killed the other daughter, and then placed them in these containers and then buried the wife. It's horrible, man. But it was a great testament to me about this topic of this conversation about this inhumane world that we live in today and that we have been living in for quite some time. I'm seeing a lack of empathy from people on a level that I never could even imagine, people. I'm saying this with the utmost sincerity. I just don't understand how people have no empathy for humanity, for another human being. And for people to be this wicked in today's world is quite shocking. But then again, it doesn't surprise me because of the spiritual warfare that we're in. And many of these people are not going to make it. They're just not. Many of these people that don't have empathy, unless they repent and they change their ways, they're not going to see the beauty of what the Most High is going to bring to this planet or to this realm. They're just not. They're not going to be able to experience it. We're seeing so much atrocities happening in these days of revelations as it has been written in the word and what it was describing in these days and times. And I'm giving this message out to you today because I want you people that are living a righteous life, that are putting out those intentions, those meaningful intentions to do right, not only in your personal life, but doing right by others that you encounter and those that are around you. We're going to suffer, people. We're going to suffer. But our suffering, as great as it is, it serves a purpose. Because I got to be honest with you right now, that the suffering that I had experienced in these tumultuous relationships that I developed, or should I say that I didn't even know they was tumultuous? Let me rephrase that. In these relationships that I was involved in, these friendships that I was developing, these intimate relationship that I was developing, that I was being bamboozled in and wasn't even aware of it until it was time for it to be revealed. It's helping me in ways that I can't even imagine. So I'm really grateful for it because it's bringing a whole new level of awareness for me within myself to understand how to move forward in these trials and tribulations and in this spiritual warfare that we are engaged in. Because one thing it's helped me to understand is that I need to learn how to set boundaries a lot better. And it's also reminding me to cherish the love that we have in our lives. Cherish the people that give that love unconditionally, because it's those people that to remind you that the Most High is real, people. Don't get caught up in the treachery of others. Just understand that it's their treachery. And that if you're experiencing it and you are suffering from their treachery, just know that it's only going to build you to be stronger. You know, I'm meeting people that have survived the abuse of a narcissist of all types. I'm meeting people that been on this spiritual walk of truth and enlightenment and in serving the Most High and getting a closer understanding of the word that was brought here by the Most High to give us life principles on how to live, on how to be the best human beings we can be, the best spiritual beings having a physical experience that we can be. But I also see within the word is that a lot of people that did dirty and went through some horrific times, they had to go through that in order to build their spirit up so they can be even better servants and vessels for the Most High. And I can tell you that it's working wonders for me because in the last several months, from the personal gaslighting that I received, the tribal gaslighting that I got from these two platforms, it's insane. It's insane. And the one man's platform or his wife's platform, you know, I feel like that woman is probably trapped too with a narcissist and maybe not even realize, because I feel like in my spirit, in her heart, she's true to herself. And a lot of things she would say made sense to me because I felt it spiritually. I didn't feel that from the other platforms. It's a lot of fuckery in them. And then, of course, it all played out. But for good reason for me, because I could tell you that I ain't losing sleep over it, but I had to take a break from not addressing this because of stuff that I was dealing with and that I had to get rid of. And all praise to the Most High for that. But in regards to this documentary, from what I've seen, it's like, how can you as a human being do this to your family? And the only thing I could come up with is that we live in such a selfish society here in the United States where a man, just because he wanted to have his girlfriend, decided to kill his wife and kids instead of just divorcing them and moving on with his life. No, he decided to kill them and then tried to get away with it. And even when under questioning, kept lying and lying and lying and lying. And it's just so reflective, people, of how people are operating within our own lives. You know how many times I gave people in my life, especially recently, people that were close to me, an opportunity to be honest with me? Many times. But no, they didn't want to be. They wanted to keep lying. And that's what happens with a lot of people that are not living righteously. They're going to lie to you, and then they're going to lie more to protect the original lie. And I experienced that pretty much for this whole entire year with one individual that just kept lying and lying and lying to protect the original lie that was there from the first place. But I'm here to tell you, people, that good is always going to defeat evil. And my life is a testament to that, because I could have been far gone into the lies that were being fed to me. I could have been far gone so much that I could have disregarded my support system, and I could have moved in with this toxic individual and try to build a life with them that would have been a life of a lie, a lying life. But the power of prayer, people, I can't even put into words how powerful it is. The Most High is with us. He's in us. He's listening. He's seeing. He's guiding. And we have to hold our faith to that. We have to have faith that that is happening, because I could tell you that my faith has been unwavering through this whole entire process. And I don't even feel like a victim no more. I really don't. I feel like a man that had to go through certain trials and tribulations so that I could serve as a messenger and as a man as the Most High, as a warrior, far better, to have stronger weapons, to have stronger armor, and to have more peace of mind, to know what truly matters opposed to what I thought mattered, if that makes any sense. These times we're in are so trifling, to say the least, but there is a beauty in it. There is a strength that we can gain from this negativity that seems to be saturating the whole fabric of society. And why do I bring this up? Is because I want you, the listener, okay, you, the people that have been following me and those that have been coming on to my platform recently of all different age groups. It's wonderful to see the young people that are listening to the show and are getting great substance from it. It brings a lot of joy to my heart when I have an 18-year-old or a 16-year-old or a 21-year-old or a 25 or 26-year-old contacting me via email, letting me know what my show is doing for them. I know that the Most High has his hands on this. Can't convince me otherwise. And if the Most High didn't have his hands on this, all of that bullshit that would have happened with those platforms, my network would have been completely shut down, and I wouldn't have had a leg to stand on. But no. The Most High just got rid of the rotten apples so that I could continue to grow. And speaking of that growth, you know, as far as when it comes to the support, shout outs to all the countries, man, that have been following. Shout outs to Spain, Sweden, Denmark, France, South Africa, Bangladesh, the Philippines, Italy, Iraq, France, Norway, Sweden, the Congo. Shout outs to the Dominican Republic. Shout outs to Puerto Rico. Shout outs to the United Kingdom. Shout outs to all my brothers and sisters in India that have been supporting me since day one, as well as Canada. Canada, I love y'all, man. Y'all been so supportive supportive, especially during these times where I've been experiencing some major strife in my life from the treacherous betrayal that I've received or that I've experienced. And then, of course, last but not least, I can't forget the United States of America, because you brothers and sisters have been showing me a tremendous amount of love. You know, and we're currently in 43 states now, or should I say 45. And I just want to thank y'all. I really do, because we're here to stay, man. And regardless of some people dropped off or whatever, they wasn't meant to be here. The only people that are meant to be here are the ones that are here, that are receiving this message and are taking it somewhere to help them in whatever venture or whatever they're dealing with in their life. Because this platform is all about awareness. It's about helping you to gain more self-awareness, more social awareness, more political awareness, more agricultural awareness, awareness. And I'm so grateful that I have this network of awareness to give a message that is based on truth, on how I experienced it, and also on how others experience it that I bring onto this show. And I never take that for granted. And no matter how much I try to help people, some people ain't worth helping. And I brought several people on this platform to help them get their word out, to help them get what they're doing out, to let people know who they are. I never had to pressure nobody to come on my show. Shit is ridiculous. It's ludicrous to the core of it. I never convinced that man from that platform to do an interview. I just asked him. I said, you want to come on to the show? And he said yes, and he came on to the show. Other people invited me to their platform when I was in a relationship, and I said yes, when I should have said fucking no. Now knowing how I know how they really operate, I should have told them go fly a fucking kite. But I thought they was good people, so I did the show for them. And then what did they do? Like, they turned my words around, try to say I pressured people to come. Come on, man. I don't got to pressure nobody to do shit. I'm a grown-ass man. I ask you a question, either yes or no answer, and we keep it moving. See, I'm all about cooperation instead of competition. But what I've noticed is a lot of people in these Israelite world, a lot of people in this truth, so-called truth community, they really stuck on skin complexion heavily. They think this skin complexion makes them royalty, makes them special, but they're not, because their spirit is tainted and it shows in their action. Yeah. And if you think that the Most High is not seeing what y'all people are doing, you are fucking delusional. But keep doing it and see where it gets you. Because I could tell you it's not going to get you anywhere good. We're in a time right now where discipline to this truth, discipline to being Christ-like, discipline to the Most High, it's going to come with major sacrifices and consequences, man. I'm living it, but I'm grateful for it, because if it wasn't for it, how the hell am I going to grow? The Most High knows what he's doing. The Most High knew that when I got into this relationship, what I was going to go through. So much so that when it came to intimacy with this particular individual, when it came to romance, there was a blockage. There was just something not connecting, because my higher self was letting me know that it ain't working. The flesh, see, the flesh is the flesh. The flesh is going to do what the flesh wants to do. But the higher self's going to be like, hey, something ain't right here. And it's going to let you know, so much so that the flesh is not going to operate in optimal form, because it's not one with the higher self. So whatever was transmuted in the spirit when it came to intimacy just wasn't connecting. Not, at least to not what I'm used to from my past. I could tell you that for a fact. But the reality is this, people, that we have to stay strong right now. Don't get weakened. Don't start falling into old habits. Don't. If somebody does something bad to you, don't be like, oh, I'm going to go back to drinking, or I'm going to go back to this. Because let me tell you something. After what happened to me, I thought about it. I thought about going back to my old ways, because I was so down. I was in a lot of pain. I was feeling a lot of suffering. But something in my spirit said, nope, no. Don't go back. Don't go back. Matter of fact, I got rid of other vices based on my experiences. Other vices that were unbecoming of the spiritual being that the Most High has intended for me to be. And as I'm saying it to you, it's like I get invigorated with this, with these goosebumps of what I consider to be truth when I feel this exhilaration, because I know that with this life that we're living and the consequences of dealing with certain people and being in certain environments and the consequences that it brings, if you can survive it through your faith, then you're only going to be stronger, because whatever doesn't kill you is only going to make you stronger, right? And I can't help but to think, I kept thinking about all these things that I've been through in the last several months, and I just kept thinking about the Messiah. I just kept thinking about all the things that the Messiah went through, and I kept thinking about how much love the Messiah gave to the people that encountered him, how much love he gave to even his own brothers that turned his back on him when he needed them the most, and he knew it was going to happen. Can you imagine? Let's think about it like this. Can you imagine if the Most High gave you vision to see that all the people that you encounter, what they was going to do to you in advance, and then you still allow it to happen and you still go through the motions with them? And listen, I'm asking an honest question here. Can most of us answer this honestly to ourselves, that if we knew that somebody was going to betray us when we first meet them, if we knew that they was going to do all these things to us, would we still continue to get to know them and to develop a relationship with them like the Messiah did? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Because I'll be honest with you. If I would have known that this woman was going to do all these things behind my back in advance, I might have been like, nah, I'm good. Have a nice day. And then just keep it moving. I don't know if I would have had the strength to say, yeah, I'm still going to go through this because I'm still going to love this person and let them betray me. I don't know. I don't think I could. And that just lets me know how when it comes to the Messiah, man, we can only begin to understand his righteousness, and we can only begin to live our life in that and be one with that truth as much as we can while we're in this flesh. When I saw this documentary, people, it really hurt my stomach, man, because after all was said and done, the man is now in jail. The wife is dead. The unborn child is dead. The two little girls are dead. And only people who are suffering are the family and the friends of the wife and of the father. They're suffering greatly. And I know what that feels like because I've lost people in my life, right? You hear me talk about my nephew who committed suicide. You hear me talk about my cousin who died very young. My cousin was the epitome. My cousin Edwin was the epitome of charity. The epitome. And I'm not saying that lightly. He was the epitome of charity and how he lived his life. When I saw how people were gaslighting a dead woman, I'm going to repeat that. They were tribally gaslighting a dead woman. It's insane. It's insane how this was going down. But it reminded me of what I just went through. I'm like, people are gaslighting a dead woman who got killed by somebody who was selfish, who was wicked. And the woman's already gone. And they're gaslighting her based on home videos that she made. It's insane, man. But it doesn't surprise me anymore. It doesn't surprise me when somebody reads scriptures on their show and claim that they really true to the Most High and then want to freaking talk shit about other people that they barely know and act like they know them like that. They don't know me. And those people that are talking shit about you that's listening to this show right now, they don't fucking know you. And I'm here to tell you, don't get caught up. I know it's hard. I know it's easier said than done, but don't get caught up in what these people say about you because they couldn't walk a day. They couldn't even walk an hour in your shoes. Facts. They couldn't walk an hour in your shoes. Know that. Hold that near and dear to your heart because a lot of us are under attack, people. We're good people. We have a lot of empathy and we're not perfect. We make mistakes, but I'm going to tell you something. I was perfect in my love to this individual that betrayed me. Perfect in my love. But you know what? I'm not tainted and I'm definitely not jaded. That's one thing I will not become is jaded. And I'm giving you this message, people, because I don't want you to become jaded. This is a message for you to not become jaded. And I know it's hard, but don't. Pray. Pray for your enemies. Pray for them. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm still praying. I'm praying for a lot of people that have betrayed me in this year. And I still got love for them, even if they don't have love for me or themselves. Because to be Christ-like, man, comes with a lot of discipline. And it is challenging. It's going to challenge you in ways that you never could imagine. But we're in a time right now in these days of revelations where everything is a challenge in this spiritual warfare. From the moment we wake up and even when we go to sleep, we're being challenged. And when we wake up again, the challenge still continues. It doesn't ever stop. But there's a reason for it. And that reason, like Robert Riopel said, is there to serve you. So let it keep serving you. Because I know that in the past several months, what I've experienced is serving me so well. It's serving me in ways that I can only begin to understand. There are things that are coming to me in such a beautiful way. And that's why when Brother Hash said that, don't allow your charity to go away. When Brother Julian told me, don't allow your charity to go away because that's how you was created. The Most High gave you that gift, gave you that superpower to use, and you've been using it well. And they're trying to destroy you from using it. I know that. How can you be charitable to somebody and then they turn their back and then they just literally start talking shit about you? Like what happened with me. Don't make no fucking sense, but yet it does because it's the world we live in. It's like the mob or like Hollywood. It's like, oh, they're like, oh, hi. Oh, we love your work, blah, blah, blah. You're our brother, you're our sister. And then next thing you know, as soon as you walk away, they're like, kill him, get rid of him, slander him, talk shit about him, make him look as bad as possible, make her look as bad as possible, talk shit about her. I know a lot of y'all experiencing this. I'm not the only one. There's people hugging you right now as I speak. And the moment you leave their presence, they're going to be talking shit about you. They're going to be telling other people how much of a piece of shit you are. But then they're going to smile in your face. It's happening more now than ever. But everything is being revealed. Everything. No praises to the Most High for that. Because things were being revealed to me pretty quickly. Because I could have been in a bad predicament, people. I could have been in a far, far worse predicament than I was in. Because I started seeing the signs. I like to see the beauty in people. I saw the signs with this man's platform that I followed for years. Back in 2019, I started seeing some funny shit. But I was like, all right, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. I saw funny shit in my relationship 2 to 3 months in. I said, let me give this person the benefit of the doubt. But But what I realized is that one of the reasons why I was allowed to be subdued in this negativity is because I didn't set proper boundaries. I didn't set no healthy boundaries. So this was the Most High's way of saying, son, you're going to learn some healthy boundaries. Why don't we start now? Let's start now. And this is what I'm going to put you through in order for you to start learning how to set these boundaries so that you could be a better vessel to serve this truth. So you could be a better vessel to serve what I want you to serve, which is this truth, which is this light, the light that you have within you, that kingdom of heaven that's within you. And I'm so elated. I'm so happy right now. And I know that happiness is temporary, people. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm going to be happy forever. But right now I'm happy, man. I really am. And yes, am I going through some pain? Am I hurt? Am I healing? Absolutely. But I'm happy that I'm able to heal. I'm happy that I survived the poison. That's what it feels like, people. It feels like I drank a bottle of cyanide and I vomited a shitload, but I survived. And I'm here to tell you about it. So I'm here to tell you that I drank poison and survived. And I drank some pretty powerful fucking poison this year. And it wasn't just from this one individual. This one individual was the major contributor out of everybody when it comes to poisoning or trying to poison my purpose. The major contributor. He was the biggest contributor to that. But I still love him and I still pray for them because I'm not going to be like them. I can't let the antagonists make me become an antagonizer. I can't. Be stupid of me to do that because I'll be disrespecting the Most High if I did. And I got too many brothers and sisters that are showing me so much love that it's like, how can I regress? How can I transgress from that? I'd be stupid to do that, to not know that the Most High is showing me that he's with me, showing me that, hey, I'm going to put these brothers in your life. I'm going to put these sisters in your life. I'm going to let you know that your support system is far greater than what you knew. And I'm going to build it up to the point where no weapon formed against you will even have an inclination of prospering. Facts. So I'm happy. I'm very content with the trajectory that my life is going in right now because there's going to be more storms to weather, people. I weathered this storm. I survived this poisonous storm of acid rain, but I had an umbrella. I have an umbrella and I have unwavering faith, people. And speaking of unwavering faith, let's just play a quick song that I did with Take One called Can't Stop Now, because we can't stop now, people. We can't stop now. We're too close. We're too close. But as we get closer and closer, the enemy is going to keep trying to hit us up and trying to make us doubt the very truth that's within us. Let's take a quick break.
Nothing like
Please just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo.
Peace, brother. I don't have a lot of time, Take. They got the dogs on me. They're really trying to get me to take this science appliance, brother. And you know I'm not doing that, man.
Oh, where you
at?
at?
Not doing it. I'm in an undisclosed location right now. Up in the nature spot near that cabin I used to go to. But they got the dogs tracking me. They got the satellites. So they eventually gonna get here. I got it barricaded, you know what I'm saying? Because the only way I'm taking that jab is if I'm in a bag, brother. So Take, I just want to tell you this before anything else happens. And I want to get this out to you and let you know. Alright, brother Take, they're at the door. I gotta tell you, just listen, brother, just listen.
Now it's time to get out your own way. Allow Yahweh, today is your day to amaze in many ways. Cause it's just another phase in this infinite space where y'all be giving us grace. I'm working the race with diligent praise, unwavering faith. I'll be damned if I stray from y'all's will and embrace. Man sealed his fate with his ignorant ways. The world is disgraced, vibration has raised at a very fast pace. I'm present today in high frequency waves. No more being enslaved, more praise to Yahweh. A Hebrew warrior from the land of the brave. From the cradle to the grave to my very last day. Send a serpent to his cave, God favored my way. Never fearful or timid, it was written and given. No religion, division can stop a messenger that's fulfilling his mission.
It'll only get worse before they get better. But the story ain't meant to last forever. Even when the light is dim, the sun finds a way to shine again. Things are getting ugly, things are getting cold, but I know it's best to stay in my zone. And I can't stop now, I can't stop now.
Hey, I can't stop and won't stop, I gotta keep propelling. Final destination is a room in the heavens. Diligence and militance, his will is my medicine. I can live without a half, but his love is my everything. COVID is on the road, got the world on its toes. So many sheep with their eyes closed.
Hey sir, would you like to take the jab?
Man, kiss my ass, stop living by what the news told you. You got injustice, brutality saturating the streets, blood spilling for no reason, thanks to the police. Meanwhile, syringes are being taken with speed. Can't do it, you ain't sticking no vaccination in me. Despite all the chaos, I still manage to stay on the right path. Gotta keep my focus and my faith strong.
All day long.
Let spiritual music play on. All the honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh.
Things only get worse before they get better. But the storm ain't meant to last forever. Even when the light is dim, the sun finds a way to shine again. Things are getting ugly, things are getting cold, but I know it's best to stay in my zone. And I can't stop now, I can't stop now.
Can't stop, I won't stop. 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 Just can't stop, I won't stop.
We can't stop now, people. We can't stop now. We're too close. We're too close. Think that I did that song with Take One. That song that Take One, like that's just a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason, and that reason is there to serve us. The Most High is serving us great truth and understanding. We just got to be true to him. We got to be true to this word. We got to be true to the light that's within us. And this is not a religious sermon, people. I want to make that very clear because I don't believe in religion. I believe in the Most High. I know. Matter of fact, let me change that. I don't believe in the Most High. I know the Most High. There is no questioning what I know. It's not a belief. It's a knowing. And that knowing is what fills me up with his truth. It's the truth of this word, of the light, of everything that's been here and always will be. The Most High has already defeated Satan, people. I want you to understand. Satan's already lost. And if you can't see that, then you're not really using your spirit to see things. Because what I'm seeing, and I shared a post on Instagram about this with a brother named Reggie, who has the same name as me. Shout out to all the Reggies out there doing good things. Shout out to all the brothers named Reggie doing good things. Love my name. But understand that good is beating evil. The evil forces, they on their last licks. And like Reggie was saying, that the snake is eating his tail. The evil is being devoured by the very evil that they put out. And when I see a documentary like this, it's like a lot of you people that are gaslighting and doing wicked shit, you're going to have to answer for that. You better start repenting. Because this spiritual warfare is real. And don't think just because you know the word, and don't think that just because you have so much knowledge in scriptures that you can't get touched, that you're untouchable spiritually. Because your very tongues are cursing you as you speak. And I could tell you that from the experiences of what I've seen with other people that have cursed themselves with their own tongue, they wind up living within that misery. I've seen it over and over again. I've seen it with my own daughter's mother, my child's mother. When she started using her wicked tongue and doing trifling things behind my back and to me and in my face, it wasn't a coincidence that that woman lost her teeth at 31 years old. It's not a coincidence that she's a shell of herself. She's brought upon her own demise. And there's a lot of people that are speaking and are cursing themselves with their own tongue. So they only have themselves to blame for the misery that they create. And even though us that are putting out those righteous intentions are getting done dirty and maybe going through some situations that seem unfavorable or seem to be putting us in a bind, hold true to your faith, people. And I guarantee you that you will come out like the beautiful light that you are. So with that being said, I'm going to end this and I'm going to say this. When you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning, people. Know it. And don't look for the light at the end of the tunnel, because the light is within you. So light up the tunnel and find your way through the darkness. And if your light is diminishing, is fading away, seek out the people that love you. Seek out your support system. And if you don't have a support system, then I'll be your support system. And you can contact me, like some of you have, at ORRA at networkofawareness.com. I'm here with no fear. All praise to the Most High. Peace, love, and light, people.
This concludes the Network of Awareness podcast. For more information on the Network of Awareness, please subscribe via email to our website, networkofawareness.com, and follow us on Spreaker.com or any other listening apps you use. For any questions about the NOA, email us at ORRA@networkofawareness.com. Thank you for listening to one of the fastest growing podcast shows on society and culture in America and abroad. When you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. Peace and blessings.